When in India intercaste intermarriage or interbreeding is prohibited and a false doctrine is made a dogma of practice. It is at this point that the Guru steps in to say that this is a fallacy that must be eliminated from rational thought. No one sees this truth, alas, Brahmanhood, Pariahhood, and everything in between. Knowing that categorical postulates are neither real nor logical, even in a thought sense, it is necessary to bring word wisdom. Return the true value of life at every level of social complexity. But those possessing this Vakanajnana are rare and, as the Bhagavad Gita points out, becomes the nature of a secret exclusive to the true Advaita Vedanta. The Bhagavad Gita also says that the concept of Brahmanhood does not exist even theoretically, apart from the distinction of elephant, cow, dog and dog-eater. Thus, existentially and existentially, the distinctions of caste become meaningless. This question is reminiscent of the relationship of genera and species that puzzled theologians throughout the Middle Ages. As with the interdependence of the concepts of one and many in Platonic dialectics, for example, Parmenides, a paradox is involved, so this generalization is justified. True Brahmanhood, if it is to have any meaning at all, must be a subtle individual value exposed to non-dual dialectics. One that has nothing to do with social status, biological heredity or sanctity in the usual religious sense. If this one meaning of Brahmanism is not realized or understood, the consequences are fraught with ill omens for man. The Guru exclaims, we were like, Jati is here translated as caste. Although this is the nearest common equivalent, caste is inadequate. The English word is derived from the Portuguese casta, meaning mixed race, species, race, strain, and comes from the Latin cactus, pure, clean, uncontaminated. Caste has its own color in Indian soil, where tradition, custom, culture, color, ethnic groups and concepts of saints are all there. To form this phenomenon of caste, throw two extreme types, the Brahman and the untouchables, combined with each other. Class enters the general concept only weakly, and although the economic implications are inevitable, they are not directly connected with the core concept of caste. The dialectical re-evaluations made throughout history between Vedic and non-Vedic concepts, as two sets of values or reforms, can be considered at the bottom of the whole question of caste. The phonetic title sometimes given to the caste, Varna Asrama Dharma, Varna status duty, fails to convey a precise meaning. It is a confusing compound term that contains different theoretical elements. Varna simply means color. Ashrama ordinary or settled means of livelihood, and Dharma which includes all right concepts of life whether spiritual or social.
All these ideas combine to produce the black liquid called caste prejudice, without any meaning remaining from the original meanings of the separate elements that make up the compound word. The result is not only illogical but detrimental to well-being from every point of view. Countless people, especially religious-minded peasants and illiterate women in general, treat the difference implied in caste almost as a species difference. For this word, which etymologically means kindness, means to speak of this or that caste of one man or another, to separate mankind into different kinds. So the Guru aims to clarify this position in this short essay. Humanity. Humanity, means the synthesis of all the special qualities that distinguish man from other creatures, including the higher values that are fundamentally human. Gatva, Bhavinati, or cow nature. In Vedanta it is a favorite example to illustrate the special qualities of an animal. Brahmanati here means the state of Brahmanhood. This epithet, and others like it, indicate that it is not determined or fixed, as are the specific qualities of a species or organism. They are honorific titles, like the English words, Lord, and commoner, sometimes based on a certain social status. Sometimes based on belief or behavior, once valid and distinctive at a given period in history. Brahman exists because he is not pariah, so only principal difference is involved here and not real difference.